Finally tonight, a new book that examines our society's obsession with wellness and extending our lives as long as possible. It's a book that suggests we might be better off accepting the inevitable. Jeffrey Brown has the latest edition of the NewsHour bookshelf.
When is a medical procedure the best approach and when counterproductive? How much time should we spend in the gym or fixating on the latest diet for healthier living? A new book calls into question a number of seeming certainties of modern life. It's called Natural Causes. Barbara Ehrenreich is author of more than a dozen books, including her best-selling look at the working poor, Nickel and Dime. She joins me now. And welcome to you.
Thank you.
You are hitting at some big things, the presumed science of medicine today, the culture of health. In broad terms, what do you see going on?
Well, what I started, I was observing for years how people my age and quite a bit younger were spending more and more time on their bodies or their mind bodies, to put it fashionably. And then the big time filler for a lot of older people, preventive tests. You're spending so much time prolonging your life or trying to prolong it that you don't have much time to live it.
You're not denying that some procedures and screening tests can save lives, are you?
When you take a well person like myself and say, now we have to test you for this cancer, that cancer, and the other thing, then I began to rebel in my own case.
This is to some degree a personal issue for you, and you write about it, that you hit a point where you realized, and you use a kind of provocative term, you were old enough to die. Explain what you meant.
If I were tested now and told that I had cancer, I would not go through the treatments. And I've been there, done that, wouldn't do it. I'm old enough to die. And I'm old enough to keep eating, putting butter on my bread and other things that some people think are terribly unhealthy.
And therefore it means that you're not going to worry so much or work hard at. You also talk about still going to the gym, right? Which is a big part of our culture these days, and you've been part of that.
I'm very much a part of it. But the reason I do it is that if I don't do it, I don't feel good and I get cranky. So it's not that I think, well, if I put 30 minutes in on the treadmill, I'll live for 3 more minutes at the end of my life. No.
So you see other people doing the opposite, making it too much like work.
They're very anxious. There's a lot of anxiety about keeping it up or dying.
Yeah. You're trying to reframe the questions we should ask ourselves?
Some of the changes we need are not in ourselves and our own bodies. We don't control, obviously, everything like the pollutants in the air we're breathing and the water we're drinking. But I've read so many of these self-help books on, quote, successful aging.
Right.
And they say, it's up to you. And if you start being frail or disabled or something as you age, that's your own damn fault. And no, it's going to happen.
It's not as up to us as we think.
We're going to die. And no matter what you do, you cannot head that off. And I would like it if we could have more of a conversation about that, because that is a big taboo subject.
Some of these things I know from reading your earlier books, some of these things go to long-time concerns for you, right? Societal issues of class, who can afford some of the outcomes that are so much in our society today.
Yeah, and I talk in this book about the huge differences between the working class and the elite. If you're an ordinary worker, wellness means one thing. I really think we have to rethink our priorities in this country. It's a country where we have this over-testing and everything of the insured people. And then at the other end of the social spectrum, we have had children die because their parents can't afford a dentist to pull an infected tooth.
The new book is Natural Causes. Barbara Ehrenreich, thank you very much.
My pleasure.